Yo ho, good day, and welcome home to Tanimura for episode 19 of our Cities Skylines inspirational build. Today we are looking at the start of the village Splitstone. It's already starting to look like something, but it's not nearly filled up as well, or not nearly enough, so we're gonna solve that today. And we are going to start a university from the campus DLC instead of the temporary misplaced asset over here. So that's going to be a nice schedule, and I hope I will be able to entertain you guys with it. So let's get the boring stuff out of the way first. Let's build ourselves a road maintenance depot right near our ferry depot. We can find it over here in the road maintenance tab where we usually get our parking lots, and we have a sweet spot right over here to place it. I think that looks alright. Now let's also draw out some roads near our new town. So first I want to see if I can draw out from this one, which I can't. So I'm gonna pause the game, remove this road, then draw one out from here straight up until there, and then one back in from here, and this will reconnect up our graveyard. Then I'm going to extend this road to this side as well. This is an older part of town and this road was expanded, so this cross junction was there and they didn't bother to remove it. It's not that busy a piece of road anyway. Let's remove the traffic light and use Traffic Manager to prohibit people from going left across the tram track. They will have to find themselves a different route through the town. Because yeah, it's a lot safer that way, and there won't be that many people traveling on this road anyway, so barely anyone will be bothered by it. Now that's out of the way, let's add some parking spots to the area. I think I'm going to convert these two pieces of road to parking lot drives border roads, and oh, that really doesn't work, I see. Okay, then let's convert them back. And never mind the parking spots over here, because we can't have a weird weird sidewalk crossing the road over here. That would be really ugly. So let's then decorate this bit up a little differently. I think I'm going to use my park props for it then. And let's use the park tiles. and prop line tool. And it's giving me more trouble than I imagined. But at last it's in. Then let's dot this area with some picnic tables and turn it into a cozy town center area where people come to have lunch and such. Maybe a flower bed or two near both ends of the tram track. Or maybe just on this side. And on this side we will place ourselves a stall to buy some food. Maybe your tram ticket as well. And let's also add some litter bins and some street lights to the area. It would get really messy otherwise. And it's meant to be a really nice area, so let's not have people toss their litter around. And let's use these street lights for our evening lighting. One over here and one over here, and maybe one more down here. I think that'll do. Now let's sort our parking space out, because yeah, we still haven't done that yet. So first let me actually make sure I don't turn anything into parking space I don't want to turn into parking space. And for that I will first need to make a small park main gate. Remove this path and replace it with the park gate. Not that I want to charge for the park, but I will need it to be able to place some assets here. So let's draw it in. And now let's take a dirt path, turn off all snapping, and curve it from the middle here toward our large stone. And a pier beside it. Think that'll be enjoyable for folks. Maybe I'll have to do a little bit of grading to actually make it look good. Yeah, that's better. Now people can actually get onto the platform. Now let's start our university, because the ugly thing over there, I want it gone. And starting our university starts out with terraforming, or at least checking if we actually have to. So this area seems really nice and flat. Not really a lot of height lines crossing through it. Should be feasible to build our university in. So let's start by drawing out a university area, or a campus area. It's gonna sit on this side of the stream, east of CP Drive, and well, let's just draw it in nice and big for now, because it's probably gonna encompass quite the area, maybe even a train station, and for sure other forms of public transport. So now let's pause the game and start working. And by working, of course, I mean placing those parking lots I keep forgetting. So these two roads are going to be turned into parking lot border roads and flipped in direction so I can place parking lots on them. Let's turn on anarchy so I can actually place the parking lots. It's just going to be single side parking, and yeah, just filling out the area along this road. This is ugly, so let's remove it. It's probably because of the grading. Maybe I'll fix it, but could be that this is enough parking space anyway. Let's pull a flattening brush across it. Doesn't seem to really help, unfortunately. Maybe we can fix it with a nice straight path. No, it still keeps on doing that. So maybe parking lots are not for this area, unfortunately, because this dimensional tearing is fairly ugly. What we will need to do is connect our tram line to our university area. I think it would be nice to have a good tram connection there, and I will draw it out from, I think, over here. So let's grab our tram only track and turn on our snapping. I hope this node will be nice, as slightly too close to the end of the stream to look really good. And now let's use the tram road to pull it past the spring bank, and then take our normal road let's turn off anarchy anyway. We're not drawing any parking lots right now. Let's pull it until here, then take our 4-lane avenue with grass. And draw it in here. Yeah, that looks good. Now cars can also get there. And now it's time to start our campus's main building. Trade school campus it is, because that's the only one yet we haven't looked so far. And let's try how it looks over here. I think that will be nice. So let's take our tram only roads again. And draw them up by 40. Then out by 30. Down by 30. And then connect it back to our original tram track. Or maybe I will just do it like this. Except it won't let me, because that angle doesn't work for the game. Maybe some curve action? Yeah, that's okay. We will have a normal street going in this direction, but we're not going to do that much with it for now. Now let's extend CP Drive to flow past our university, so we know a little more about the amount of space we have to work with. I think I will start curving it from here. Then let's also add our university tram line. I think I'm gonna draw it out from the town center. Or I'm gonna start it in front of the university. And it's going to stop over here at the back corner as well. On this side too. Then it's going to have a stop over here. I think that stop will fix itself soon enough. And well, let's actually draw the tram line to Forkstone, because the other tram line from Short Key is going to flow along CP Drive, and you're gonna get to the university over here. So it's going to make a right turn, a left turn, yeah, of course. Then it's going to stop here, turn back here, and connect to the university again. Now that's in, we have our university connected, and it will need some dormitories. For that, we're going to use our I might as well do this in the education tab. We're going to use our university pass, and our snapping is on. This will allow me to draw in a straight path right next to this tram line, and then I will place dormitories on it, drawing a path connection after each dormitory to connect the university to the area behind it. I don't know what I will put there yet, but not leaving any connections open would probably be bad. This area will also need water, of course, so let's supply that as well. The strip of land between the tram track and the road will be empty, so for maintenance purposes it would be easiest to have the pipes in that area. And then let's just follow the tram tracks and connect it in. Power will also need to be supplied, so let's drag a power line from here across the water and to the university. And now we can remove the old university shack over here. Gone with that ugly thing. People were unhappy there, but they will be much happier with the new university anyway, so they shouldn't complain. Now we have a study hall, which we can also put in our area. And I think I want it alongside the tram track over here. So let's draw out a path from here. From here. In here. And place this one right up alongside the tram track. I think this side looks really nice alongside the tram track. It looks more like the front side in any way, so yeah, with those nice stairs, I think it really works. Then what other assets do we have? We have groundskeeping, a book club, and nothing else. So I want our clubs to be along the stream over here. And I'm going to draw out a path with decorations for that. Let's turn off snapping and such. And draw out a decorated path from over here. Past this rock feature. Under our temporary power lines. And over to CP Drive. And I think I want the book club over here, close to the rock feature, but not directly facing it, so you have a sideline past it. That will be nice, I think. It has water, and we're already getting somewhere. So I think groundskeeping would be as a facility thing next to the road, here near the entry to the area, so it can reach everything easily. Zoning this up in a high pace, because yeah, let's not get boring with this, right? It needs to be done, but it doesn't have to take this long. Our residents are happy now for getting a university, and a lot of them probably want to move in. So I will also add some pathways in it for basic connectivity, destroy some houses along the way, and yeah, just make the neighborhood look a little bit nicer. We do need 9,000 residents for our next milestone, and we're currently not nearly there yet. But at least the town is getting pretty beautiful with our new university, our Splitstone town center, in which I still have to add some parking lots, but who cares, right? It's just Splitstone. Well, I kinda want to do that after this scene, but first, zoning and bombs. Hell yeah, how nice. Now that zoning is set up, we can finally actually look into that parking space I was talking about, but have not built yet. So I have decided to put it over here on the other side of the road as the cemetery. And we will start with a regular parkway drive. Or maybe let's take a darker one for a change. And we will draw it up until here. Pause the game a little. Reconnect our power lines, because otherwise we will run into trouble. And I'll keep it paused until the parking lot is finished, I guess. Doesn't really matter anyway. So let's first draw in some border roads. Just snapping to angle and grid. And for here we will use a fill piece. Here as well. And now I see we have to make our border road a little different. We will draw it up until here and then connect it in here. Then let's turn on anarchy to place in our parking spots. This won't do. This will. And another set of them over here. I don't think I mind a bit of curb there, actually. And then single side parking spots over here. And I hope I can cover up those dimensional tearing spots with some flower beds or brushes or something. Let's first try brushes. If this hides it, I am fine. And it does seem to, but I can't really place them in correctly, so maybe this row of parking is not gonna work. So let's remove it. And also change this into a border road then, because nothing is gonna sit between there except for a pathway that I will not snap to anything. I think I will make it a park path. And the textures to the right of it we will cover up with some flower beds. Because that won't do. It's not a sight people would want to look at. And it's a park thing, it's not under the normal props, of course. So let's just drag a line of these through here. And that's already quite a bit better, and now we have some parking for our Forkstone Center. Really nice. Now let's also make another connection for our parking lot, because just this doesn't really seem right. So this is the other entryway to the parking lot. Maybe I will change up the road type later, but we'll see about that. Now it's about time for a good old detailing time lapse, isn't it? That's already getting a lot better, and now we have quite a bit of residential demand again. So I think it's time to also time-lapse zoning the rest of this area. And while this zoning is happening, let me tell you that this is the last thing I'm going to do this episode, so next up will be the outro, which I will tackle a little differently this time. And let me know in the comments if you think this will be an improvement. And that was it again for this episode of Tanimura. We grew a bit, we mainly got our new university added to our town instead of the old shack, which is really nice of course. So the new type of outro brings us past every core of our town and gives me a nice chance to thank you all for watching, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day after watching this episode of course, and I hope to see you soon for the next episode of Tanimura. Bye!